Well, first of all, it's been an extraordinary turnaround, and we talked a little bit about the polls and betting markets and everything else. And so I think it's safe to say that nobody has been quite prepared for what's about to follow. But what I think, and what we've been saying in our research, is that the Prime Minister, with this result, has to resign. He has indeed resigned. The notion that he'll stay on until October, though, I don't think that that's politically tenable for him.
I think he goes quicker.
Yeah, I think he has to go quicker. I think that we see an interim leader take over until the party conferences in October, and then a new leader of the Conservative Party would then be elected.
Boris Johnson, the favourite, will he be the next Prime Minister in your eyes?
He's the most likely candidate for sure, but I think he'll have competition.
Before we get into some of the wider EU political risks, as for the market implications of David Cameron now stepping down, that was seen as widely expected if this vote were to go against him. So are there any market effects from that, political uncertainty?
Well, the market has taken comfort, I think, from the statement from the Prime Minister that he would stick around longer. But as I say, I think that the politics of that are going to be much more difficult to implement. Certainly the Bank of England will be glad about the statement, but I suspect in a couple of weeks' time we'll see a transition.
Tina, everyone wants to know, does this mean other countries across Europe follow? What's your take? which countries and votes should we be focused on?
Well, certainly markets are already asking who's next. We've been talking about Vox Populi risk for years now, and for sure this is the biggest and most disruptive incidence of Vox Populi risk voluntarily taken on by a country, in other words, rather than a geopolitical catastrophe. I think how the UK fares in the near term will impact the calculations, but just in the first few hours following the announcement of the result, you heard Sinn Féin suggest that they would call a referendum on Irish reunification. We've heard from the Freedom Party again saying that they would propose a renegotiation of their own in a referendum. So referendum risk across the European Union has now exploded. And even Donald Trump thinks this is a great result, because what it shows is that the so-called perceived elite consensus can be beaten.
Hey CNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Here you're going to find videos packed with all of the information that you need to be smarter about your finances. You can subscribe by clicking right here, and click on all the videos around me or the eye right here to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.